Hi there, I'm Katie Godbeer and welcome to another episode of In Studio. Today I'm joined by Becky James, who's going to show us this beautiful Christmas tree decoration using, believe it or not, some Little Venice Cake Company cupcake cases. Hi Becky, welcome along.
Hi Katie.
Now we're going to be getting festive, aren't we, today?
We are indeed.
Good.
We are going to be making these little Christmas trees, and they have a little twist to them because what we're actually going to be using to decorate them is the Little Venice Cake Company cupcake covers.
Amazing.
So just something a little bit different.
Very, very clever.
So
we've done a little, because there's black and white
there
cupcake
is
cases,
indeed,
aren't
there are, and I'm going to be making the creamy white one, but I will tell you as well what we use to make the greeny one as we go along.
Righty-ho,
which is quite incredible because of the transformation of the colour. So, right, so first of all, these are the cupcake cases, and the creamy white ones come with a pearlescent finish, and the black ones are really black with a texture to them. Now, I'm going to spritz one in a minute just to show you how to get them how to get the sort of pearlescent colour on them. But what I want to tell you is I'm going to flip this one over because that's one side, but that's the other side, and it's just incredible the difference in colour. And this has been achieved by using our gold spritzing ink and the forest green. And when you add the forest green, it just becomes this beautiful deep conifer kind of green, pine green. So
it really shows the difference you get between putting the same spritzing ink on a dark or a pale cardstock, doesn't it? So it shows how versatile.
Absolutely, and that's one of the lovely things about them. You get different effects, these lovely different effects. Now, everything that I do with the creamy pearl one, you would do exactly the same with the black.
Okay.
And you're going to need roughly 1 pack of 6 cupcake covers to make each tree, so you don't need a lot either. Now, just to give you an idea, it's really, really easy to get this sort of pearlescent effect. And all I'm going to do, first of all, you have to give your spritz ink a good shake, and you can hear that ball bearing in there, and that's mixing all the pearlescent pigment in there, so give that a little shake. Now, I have a little portable spritzing box. So all I do, pop that in there, and then just with my ink, give it a quick spritz, and you can add as much or as little as you want. There you go. And all you do now is just pop them to one side and let them dry.
How long do you think that normally takes to dry?
When I was prepping the projects, it took around about half an hour to dry, so not too long. Because probably more so actually with this one, it took a bit longer than with the black because this one is slightly shiny surface.
Oh yeah, it's got that bit of a coating.
Whereas the black is much more porous.
Okay.
But all you do, pop them to one side, and you can be getting all your other bits and pieces ready whilst you do that. And the next stage is we're going to add a little bit of pearlescent. Basically, I've got, this is an Artiste Gold Metallic Ink Pad.
Okay.
And all I'm doing is I'm just rubbing it round the edges where that detail is. I don't want it to go any further really because I just want this hint of gold. And the powder we're going to use is the Papermania Gold Tinsel, which I really love because it just sparkles so beautifully. So I like to put my embossing powders in a little microwavable tub. It just makes life easier with a spoon, and I just sprinkle it on like this. And I use it this way when I'm stamping and embossing as well. And then I can just tap it, turn it inside out and tap it, the excess off. Now, what you'll find as well is that this card heats very quickly, so it'll emboss very quickly, which is quite nice as well. So it's not time consuming. And you can just, I love the fact that you can just see this beautiful glitter encapsulated within the gold powder.
Lovely.
It is. So there we go. So you can just see.
That's very good.
It is, isn't it? So the next stage is, I'm just going to pop that one to one side because it's a bit warm and I don't want to put warm with because we're going to use a polystyrene code, which we'll talk about in a minute. But the next thing that I want to do is I just want to roll these little bits up. Right, so I'm just going to move over, and we've got, this is just a polystyrene cone. You can get them from general craft stores. I have painted mine with Artiste Metallic Titanium Gold. When you're painting polystyrene, you do need to add a few coats. Let each coat dry and then add the next one on top. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this, I'm going to pop it together, and all I do is just pop it on and push it down.
We're getting him dressed.
I know, isn't it?
Got a little skirt on now.
I know, bless. So all we're going to do, pop that down until it fits neatly.
Splendid.
And you can glue it in place, but I've actually used pins, which have worked quite nicely because they just push quickly into the polystyrene.
Lovely.
What you need to do, and this is very rough, there's no technical or sort of sizes or anything like this, but what I do is I just hold it in place where I want my next one to sit, pull it round like that. I can see roughly where I want to cut it to get an overlap. So I'll cut that. So you're just going to cut a bit off there.
Okay.
And I try and keep the joins all at one place in the back, so that they're all in a line at the back. So when you put it on display, you know where your back is, and you can sort of hide that from public view. And basically, that is the technique. And you keep adding layers up until you get towards the top.
Amazing.
So now I've got to the top here on this one. And really, by the time you get there, you're looking at the tiniest little bit. So you might find one of the offcuts from one of your previous layers will work. So that looks roughly about right. So we'll just, again.
That's amazing.
So we're going to put him a little decoration at the top. So I've got the 4-in-1 tool here, and I'm just going to make a hole there. And I just adore these berries. They have been featuring on all my projects this Christmas. And on the darker one, I used the red because that stood out a lot more.
Yeah.
You don't need the full stem on there, so just cut part of the stem on, and we're going to pop that in. And if you want to, you can put a little blob of glue under there. So Katie, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this bit because it's very difficult to get it perfect at the top. So I'm going to use a little bit of glittery ribbon. This is from one of the Craft Christmas.
Very sparkly.
It is very sparkly, but I think that matches perfectly.
Perfect, no, it's just what you want. It actually goes really well with the tinsel embossing, doesn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And all you need to do, just wrap it round, add a bit of glue as you're going along. Very simple. Bit of glue, bit of ribbon. Just stick it in place and just sort of pop it underneath the berry. So that, in essence, is your Christmas tree. Now, you can decorate it however you want. If you want to add crystals with some, put your crystals on the end of a pin or something,
nice
it's like jewellery crystals if you've got loads of those at home. So what I've done is, now, one of my favourite punches is our medium flower palm punch. So I've cut some of those in red. Absolutely love this punch. If you come and see me demonstrating, I can assure you that this will be somewhere on my project because it just goes with me everywhere. And all we're going to do is we're going to just stick these on. So this is where I said if you've got a little bit that's untidy at the back, you can hide it very quickly. So all we need, just a few of these. Well, actually, I go a bit mad, but very easy to do because all you do is just punch a row on a piece of card and get loads of them. Shape them. This is lovely in front of the TV with a Christmas movie kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then all I do is just get some gems. Now, these are I like the 3mm ones, and these are the bronze colour, and I can't get enough of these because they've got that lovely antique-y feel to them.
Lovely. And I just like that you get loads of the same size as well. So if you're doing something like this, you know you're not going to run out of the size you want. That's exactly
right. And, I mean, from there on, you just carry on
and
so
add. We've gone...
Yeah.
On poinsettia crazy here.
Poinsettia crazy,
lovely.
exactly.
It's beautiful.
So, really, really different, interesting, but easy to create Christmas decoration.
It's fantastic. Wonderful.
So there you go.
What a wonderful project. Thank you so much for sharing that. I can't wait to have a go at that. Thank you very much.
It was okay.
I hope you've enjoyed Becky's beautiful Christmas decoration project using the Little Venice Cake Company cupcake cases. What a clever idea. If you've been making Christmas decorations, why not show us? You can upload them to docrafts.com or even share them on our Facebook page. And if you want more inspiration, you can pick up Docrafts Creativity magazine for loads of great decoration ideas. We'd also love to hear what you think of In the Studio. Why not leave us a comment? Until next time, happy crafting.